Egyptian Museum. The last one for Dr. Ragab himself. You see 3 ritual beds, those white boxes for storing food, and about 5 alabaster jars that remained with the lotus perfumes for 3,000 years under the ground. They were intact. 2 car statues to guard the burial chamber from the thieves. They're supposed to be 4 dismantled chariots that have a statue up there for the king.
Yeah, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Gold. Model of Nekhbet shrine, it was made of pure gold, its slicker is made of silver. It is supposed to be a small golden statue of the god Amun inside the shrine. Carter didn't find the statue, just found its face with its footprints. So some thieves may enter during the first times, they could easily steal this statue. Later on we discovered that Carter stole the statue himself. He sold it to Brooklyn Museum. Let's see the annex. They entered here searching for gold, but they were arrested. The priests made everything in a hurry. They closed and stamped the tomb again. You see 3 boxes for the king's wigs. That cambet for the king's strips. That is the Senate or the Dama game. It looks like the chess nowadays. Those small statues are the Ushaptis or the servants. In the New Kingdom, they used to make small statues, then bury them with the king. When the king returns back to life, he's going to give them life, they will grow and serve him. While in Old Kingdom, they used to bury the servants alive with the king.
And that's the Old Kingdom, yeah?
Yeah, Old Kingdom. Now, built inside the room, they were separate parts.
Yeah.
It's made of wood and covered with gold. Inside the 4 shrines, a sarcophagus, 3 coffins, the mask and the mummy. The last coffin before the mask that you see now was made of pure gold. It weighed about 110 kilograms. I mean about 220 pounds.
Oh.
The mask too was made of pure gold. It was inlaid with semi-precious stones. It weighed about 11 kilograms or 22 pounds. I should say the originals are kept in the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir Square. I think I'm here watching the TV that Tutankhamun, when they discovered it, the king was in his royal dress. His body was covered with about 143 pieces of gold like this. They were amulets.
Protected certain parts of his body, wasn't
Yeah.
it? I read that in the book.
Yeah. There were amulets to protect the king from evil spirits. They found 2 daggers made of iron. Here we made only 1 dagger. I should say, to keep their mummies along as much as possible, they used to put them in a closed place. The rate of oxygen inside this place must be 1% to dissolve it. Also, a place closed in such rates for about 3,000 years at least must have
Didn't it? The one that we've got, he said it was deformed.
Oh, Tutankhamun.
or can be eaten up by the earth. That's why they used to make some golden fingers to protect the nails.
Yeah. It's like when you...
And inside they found the canopic jars of the king with the mummified organs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They're in the Egyptian Museum, by the way. Behind them, the canopic wooden shrine. There were 4 goddesses protecting that shrine: Neat, Isis, Nephthys, and Selkut in the back. Inside those black shrines, they found about 42 statues for the king or for some gods of the other world. But they found 2 fetuses for 2 girls. Those 2 fetuses may be the king's children. We don't know up to now if the king had kids or not. Maybe the priests put them here to tell us that the king of this tomb was died in young age, as he was died when he was 18 years old. I should say this tomb wasn't for the king Tutankhamun himself, it was for his uncle or his successor Rai. But the king died suddenly, He had to enter into any place after 40 days. That's why we have seen paintings only in the burial chamber. The other rooms look like storerooms. They didn't even have time just to polish the walls or to prepare them for paintings. For different gods and goddesses. For goddess Might, goddess of justice, Ra-Rakti, for Osiris and But I have to know that the government has money